Hey Libra, welcome to the cottage. Hello, this is for you if you have Libra as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placement. All right, Libra, we're going to see what's going on in your love life and get an update on the energies. Tell me what's going on with Libra and the person on Libra's mind. Tell me what's going on with Libra and the person on Libra's mind. By the way, Libra, I do offer personal readings. The link to book a personal reading with me is below this video, www.enchantedcottage333.com. That being said, Team Libra, let's see what's going on with the person on your mind. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on, Libra? What's going on with the person on your mind? Let's take a look, Team Libra, and see what's up. See what's going on with the person on your mind, Libra. Oh my. Queen of Cups in the reverse, the Sun in the reverse, the Eight of Cups. Well. What this looks like to me, Libra, is that you have bent over backwards for a person in your mind. With the Queen of Cups here in the reverse, giving to your own detriment. Sometimes we call that people pleasing. It's a struggle sometimes with people with Libra placements, sacrificing, speaking up for yourself, which is, makes you unhappy, right? The Sun card in the reverse, Eight of Cups. Okay, that's the realization that you needed to release this or not do this anymore, right? Because, or release, at least walk away from the people-pleasing aspect of things. And stop sacrificing yourself. Stop sacrificing your own happiness, right? People pleasing. Catering to a person. Maybe walking on eggshells. Or just going overboard to show your love. Or just, Give me more on this. Give me more on this. Tell me more about this person that's on Libra's mind. Tell me more about what is going on with this person that Libra is dealing with. Wow, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Cups in the reverse. King of Cups in the reverse. Let's talk about it. So, really, let's talk about this. Is not an uncommon struggle with people. For people who have strong Libra, 7th house, right? You guys are the partnership people. And that's not a bad thing, right? Unless it becomes something that you feel like you have to have, right? And I think that's what we're talking about here, Libra, with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles Knight of Cups in the reverse to the King of Cups in the reverse. I think you went from this place of realizing that you had more control over the situation that you realized. I think maybe at first you may have struggled with feeling victimized. Okay? And that is a logical path to go down. Unfortunately, sometimes, and I think you're here, I hope you're realizing that you kind of put yourself in the position of doing that. You kind of made a conscious choice to give to this instead of cutting this shit out sooner, right? And so you kind of went from feeling victimized to being your own hero. That's what I get in this thing. And maybe standing up for yourself. I don't know if you walked away from this thing or you've drawn a line in the sand and I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not sure. I think you're definitely walking away from this behavior and taking your power back. But at the same time, you may have walked away from this person entirely or released this person entirely, okay? But you're definitely walking away from the behavior where you allowed yourself to be in a position to be continually victimized, right? To taking back your own power and saying, I'm not going to do this anymore. And you may have been dealing with someone that was cold, emotionally immature, lacking in emotional integrity, okay? Maybe even a little bit emotionally manipulative. That may have worked for a little bit, Libra. They may have emotionally manipulated you and made you feel like you need to do this in order to make me happy, and you catered to them. And then you're, at some point though, I see you, if you haven't already, coming to the place of, I'm not doing this anymore. This is not good for me. This is not healthy. This is not really healthy for either one of us. This person, all I'm doing here is feeding a monster by catering to this person. You know, they need to be accountable for their own happiness to a degree too, right? So that's where we are in this thing. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm seeing as far as your take on things. Let's see. Give me more. So you withdrew. Oh, you've done some healing, Libra. Good on you. The Hermit card. 5 of Cups in reverse. Really kind of this new lease on life. You may be considering dealing with new people. Let's check in on this person. Let's see how they feel right now. Let's see how they feel right now. How does this person feel about things in the current moment of when we see this thing taking place? Libra releasing this energetically, starting to focus on themselves, moving forward, possibly getting ready for something new. How do they feel about it? How do they feel about it? What's their thoughts? What's their feelings? How do they feel about this? How do they feel about this? How do they feel when this happens or has happened? I don't know where you are in this timeline. It could be different for different ones of you. We're reading for a number of Libras, so keep that in mind and apply that timing as it fits into your situation. But in the moment that Libra's releasing this, or in the days that follow, what is this person's thoughts, reactions, energies as it relates to this? Let's take a look. Let's see. Oh, they feel it. They feel it, Libra. They feel it. They feel the energetic release. Queen of Cups. 6 of Swords. 3 of Wands in the reverse. They feel you moving on. They feel like it's a matter of time that you're with a new person, if not already, with this 3 of Wands in reverse. They feel you turning your back on this thing. 6 of Swords. I think they're becoming somewhat aware that you're doing this for your own peace. Right? You're doing this for your own peace. Woo! They know that you bent over backwards. They're acknowledging that. They're acknowledging that. They're acknowledging the imbalance here. They're acknowledging that. They're absolutely acknowledging that. Anything else on this thing? They feel like you're fed up. They're overwhelmed. Boy, they feel your absence. 9 of Swords. Are they ever in their head? Oh my God. The fear, the feeling of being by yourself, missing a person. Very up in your head. The 9 of Swords is a mental torment. Many times that's trouble sleeping at night, laying in bed thinking about the whys and the wherefores. It's an obsessive thinking, all right? Very overwhelmed. Kind of shell-shocked. They're shell-shocked, all right? They are shell-shocked, and quite honestly, they feel like there's a bit of confusion here, and right now, what I see them doing is trying to figure out what to do. Trying to figure out what to do behind this cloud of confusion, maybe feeling like they can't do anything. I just get this energy of being shell-shocked. They've come to realize that you are starting to work on your self-worth, realize your value and what you deserve, and realize that I think they know that you're looking for reciprocity and they didn't give it. Now they're in the blues. The Star card in the reverse. Star card in the reverse. Libra, what's your feeling toward this person? What's your feelings toward this person? I want to check in on this. Give me Libra's feelings when it comes to this person. Does Libra have any emotion? Is there anything here? Anything here? Anything here from Libra to this person? Anything here from Libra to this person? Anything here? How does Libra feel about this? Deep down, how does Libra feel about this person? Deep down. Oh, Libra. Temperance here. 6 of Cups. 5 of Swords in reverse. So your thoughts are these. With the 6 of Cups here, deep soul bond. We had a connection in many ways, Auntie Kara, and there was such a yin-yang thing. And I feel like they're a soul bond, and I miss the good times. 6 of Cups. You may have love for them with that 6 of Cups here. At the same time, you've clocked things. 5 of Swords in reverse. You're aware. You're aware of all the dynamics that go along with this thing, right? All the dynamics that go along with this thing. Temperance card. In the back of your mind, down deep, you think maybe one day we could work things out. Maybe one day we could work things out. Maybe one day we could work things out. Maybe with a little time and a little work and a little healing on both sides. With the Temperance card, you've still got a light on in your heart for this thing. Even if you're dealing with a new person, I'm telling you what I see here. But at the same time, I don't think you're being delulu. Okay, 5 of Swords in reverse. I think you're being very cognizant of the facts and the history between you two. You've clocked this and you're mindful of those things. So for that reason, I think you're well aware that in order for anything to really work, there would have to be some inner work on probably both sides of the fence with the Temperance card here, yours and theirs. Time and work, right? So I think that's where you are on this thing. And that's fair. Okay, that's fair. I want to look at this person's next action toward you, Libra. I want to look at this person's next action. Let's see what Libra's person's next action is toward Libra. What's this person's next action toward you, Libra? What's this person's next action toward Libra, please? What's this person's next action toward Libra? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's this person's next action toward you? What's this person's next action toward Libra? What's this person's next action toward Libra? So I've got the King of Cups, I've got the 7 of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. You guys are mirroring each other. They love you. They know that, but they know they got to do some work and over some time. 7 of Pentacles is the long game. It's also about working and realizing that their work is going to pay off down the road, but not immediately. That's a long game, marathon energy, not a sprint. The Judgment card, that's coming around. That's coming around for a renewal and a resurrection. It's not soon. And Libra, I'm going to tell you just like I always do not put your life on hold. All right? Don't do it. This is how the energies look. But things come along in people's lives that disrupt that energy. So just know that this is where things look. All right? That's what I see here. That's what I see. There is deep love on this person's part toward you with the King of Cups. And it's almost like over this period of time that grows right along with that 7 of Pentacles, right along with that inner work. Okay? So it remains to be seen whether this thing is sustainable between you two. All right? We're going to look at that. We're going to look at more about how they're coming toward you, what kind of work they're doing and will continue to do, because this is something you can't get complacent on. Okay, yes, you need to be a part and do a lot of this stuff on your own, right? But at the same time, you got to keep going on this thing. You can't get complacent. And sometimes we get in relationships and we do that, and then we go back to our old ways. So we're going to look at all of that on Patreon, along with the All Signs Cross Watcher. All right, so we're going to delve deep over there and ask the hard questions. I hope you'll join me. The link for the extended reading is below this video, so join me there, and we will go over there and ask the hard questions. Thanks, Libra. See you in a minute.